Speculators, let's fire up the Futures Fanatic live stream for our power hour for my last day before vacation. It's Thursday afternoon, June 12th, 2025. Welcome everybody to the stream. As usual, if I can get a 1 for picture and sound, I think we should be okay. I'm getting a little better at this. Well, it's just sort of chop at the top. I decided to finally sort of give up on having any shorts on in the NASDAQ, and I actually had a couple nice longs off the 905 area, and it looks like we're pushing up to 950. The only positions I have on right now are
order filled,
short S&P in the offer zone, and short Dow Jones as well. Micros have had a super boring day over here on these accounts, so in either side of green or red, we'll see what happens here. I mean, imagine we could get anything. It'll grind up. I mentioned my room in the mornings that the concept of talking about what's going to happen and filling the time that way is really not very useful. So I actually had a question for the group as people kind of come in here. I'll wait, but I've been watching a number of other streams just to sort of understand the appeal as best I can tell. And I'm wondering if there are some streams or some live futures traders, let's not use the word live, streamers that are trading prop programs or their own live accounts in the futures markets. Which ones are helping you, and what's the layout of the screen that helps? That would be an interesting thing to know. It seems like the gig is just to give away accounts and run these giveaways. I'm not going to do that. I might give away some accounts at some point, but that's not going to be my thing. If you're on a stream, I think that's how Top Step TV built their audience. They just gave free resets and stuff like that. If you're scraping for your next dollar and trading a prop account, then you're probably going to be in trouble. They're great learning tools, but the costs have come down so much that you should be able to afford these things. Look, I like a free thing as much as the next person, but freebies are not going to be what it's going to be. So we'll see if we can fill the time here, but we're talking about really, really slow-moving markets for the most part. We get little bursts, and that's about all we got. So this is how summers sort of used to be. They'd wake up in August and do some crazy stuff sometimes. There's some debt downgrades in August. So I might want to switch down here to Ninja and away from those if I end up getting into some Ninja positions. I am short the Dow Jones over here, really small. So my curve pos is, what is it?
order
this
filled,
updates. Ruh-roh, look at that. I can seem to get into this state constantly. Doesn't look like these, we'll do another timestamp. Doesn't look like this this position is updating, or any of these positions. There we go. It just, there's so much latency there. All right, we just started the stream here, and I don't know if I want to capture that, so I'll capture that for later. No, I'm not doing any giveaways. I guess it is. I was watching a couple streams today. This guy had like 1,100 people watching, and I sat there and thought, I can't tell what's going on in terms of the positions at all. And lots of talk about looking at the VIX and cumulative delta and a bunch of other things. So if it's your first time or you ever watch this is this strategy. It's pretty simple.
order
We're gonna
modified,
initiate shorts here and cover on any pullbacks. If we had any pullback even deep enough to to get down here to VWAP, we'd get long. You can switch gears and be getting long in here. These are my last two trades, short, and I covered them right here. And then we have a add up here at 60.61. My favorite thing is you show somebody that, and then, all right, so Mike Schwartz. You find value in that person? Okay. There was Nutty Bar. There was all sorts of folks giving a go at this. For a long time, I was super excited when I saw all the new people getting into futures trading. That's what I always wanted. But then it sort of just became a land grab for use my code for a prop program. And look, I did the same thing. So I'm just trying to figure out now that that's already out there. It seems like a lot of people are just streaming for the benefit of promoting their codes and then giveaways. So if that's people's thing, then I get it. But I'm trying to see if maybe we could fill the time during slow periods with something else, some training and education. I'm not really sure. It's my last day before I go on vacation, but if I'm going to be doing this 3 days a week to generate some content for my content team, if you will, then
order
let's
filled.
see here. Man, just things are just nothing's doing anything. $900's been a nice level here on the NASI.
Order pending. Order modified.
I've been resting those orders all
Order
session
modified.
to short 978s. Just we never got up there.
Order pending.
I was locked and loaded to sell a bunch of 22,000s live.
Order modified.
But we didn't get any. We didn't close there.
Order pending.
Could see a melt up here, but is there Spaceballs too? All right. Well, if you guys see, the question I was asking is about, aside from the ones that are doing giveaways, and I guess I see the appeal to, I don't really, but there's some that are, slinging around 5, 6, 8 lots in demo accounts, prop accounts on the NASDAQ and showing, hey, I made 8,000 a day or 12,000 a day or 3,000 or I lost 6,000 or I don't know if some people are looking at streams to actually tail. There's been some times where I've been in some trades and I've asked if people took the same setup just because it was a natural place. I think we could do a little of that too, where the afternoons are a lot slower moving generally than my trade room in the morning, where I'm actually managing a bunch of positions off screen. By this time of the day, I'm not. I'm just going to drag this into price here and see if these are
order modified.
Are working.
Order filled.
So account number 1 should be short. See? Oh yeah. Okay. So there's a small delay there. Number 3. Let's get this one. Let's get this one going.
Order modified. Order filled.
1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000. That's just not acceptable. So, Tickblaze guys, I'll call that out too. There's like a 3-second latency between the positions updating and me taking the trade off here. Seems to fill on the chart pretty quick, but I don't know what that latency is over there. Just
order modified.
Not something we can roll with. I had one of my favorite comments the other day, which was some guy just said that I was just another boomer with bad audio. I realized so that the screen that I'm looking at is way above my eye level here, There's no other way to really do this right now. So when I look up at it, the audio drops a little bit because I'm not speaking directly into the mic. I don't care. I'm not getting a headset. But I thought that was funny. Just a boomer with bad audio. I thought, is that bad? Like the audio goes soft for just a moment. What's the expectation of you young kids? All right, Cami Capital. Yeah, well, a lot of them, you know, I got ass hurt when I found that a bunch of the Apex guys were coming out to Vegas, and I was an afterthought, so they could meet with Rips and the Whalens of the world, the guys that were on Top Step eventually, but once they turned off that teat, they all came over to the other firms and left me in the dust. All right, so just a quick update on what I got going on here. It's pretty simple. Short the Dow Jones and short the S&P.
Order modified.
And look, you can do a lot of different things here too when you have positions on like this. For instance, you don't have to let the price come all the way back up to fill you here. Of course, if you have a profitable position, you can run a little buy stop up here. This is
Order
just
modified.
a slow moving market where you don't have to be too concerned probably with it ripping your face off there.
Order filled. Order submitted.
Had a pretty mixed day over on Ninja in terms of all the accounts that I have connected over there. Essentially just small G. Thank you. Appreciate all the like button smashing. You watched the videos on YouTube and joined the live stream for the first time? You mean the live stream here? Oh, okay, cool. The easiest way to, so check the description down below. There's a lot of links in there. You can see if any of them are useful. I have an ebook that will point you to other resources that you can use to get access to cheat sheets. And so the question is, how do you get access to or set up your charts this way or what have you? If you want this desktop for Tickblaze, I just give it away for free right now. I spent a long time setting it up, and actually is all the strategies that I teach in the room. So you can just look at the description below and just look for the PropShop link. It says get my PropShop desktop. If you wanted things set up for NinjaTrader or for a different platform, or for TradingView over here, so I have trade the same stuff on TradingView, then the best thing to do is just to sign up for the 2-week trial. You don't even really have to have time to be in the trial, though it's helpful to check out whether you think you can learn anything. And I'm a strong advocate of believing that the only way to do this properly, and I get that there's people all over the world, you can trade the DAX. I say this all the time. You can trade anything at any time. But if you want the most amount of practice and the most amount of bang for your buck, it's usually about an hour before the market opens, New York session time, to about an hour after. And if you can put in the reps then you're in pretty good shape. But on my trade room, you get access to all the cheat sheets and everything you would need to set up your charts the way these are set up and to learn the basics of the strategy. You can also learn the basics of some of the strategy. The best thing that you could possibly do is to watch my workshop. So if you found your way over to my YouTube channel, over here, there's a video that I did a while ago that's kind of buried here. Hold on a second.
Order filled.
See, look at this guy. Who's this guy? Day Trading with Matt. Is that the same guy? Matt. Day Trades by Matt. He would normally have more than 380 people watching him. Okay, so over here on my channel, if you go to videos, this is the one you want to watch. It's called the Futures Fanatic Extended Workshop. So search for this video. Okay. And you should have everything you need to all right, so markets are coming in a little bit here. I have a short position in 2 accounts. So I'm going to remove, remember, this is all I'm looking for
Order
is
filled.
tiny ass little retracements today. Nothing more than that.
Order
I
modified.
mean, if you see, this is
Order
all that we have
filled.
going on right now, right? We have this entire chop area. There's just nothing happening, right? That's all that's happening. So I'm playing the chop from the plus side. You can also look to get long in here pretty soon. You could look for some longs. Now, I'm pretty sure that I just covered in both these accounts. And again, we're out. So 2 and 3, MES. This one definitely only has 1. And this one only has 1. So I don't know if it's later in the day. I don't see these issues as much. And what's frustrating about, well, anyway, whatever. I mean, if the position is wrong, then the P&L will be wrong, and it's all going to be wrong. So, I'm pretty sure that I don't know if the chart is correct or if if the order panel is correct. I'm not sure. What do you guys think? We could guess. So, when I get back from vacation, I'll start streaming after the 4th of July. We'll have this all fixed, and we can rely on it as a rock-solid platform. Let me see if...
Order filled. Order filled.
So I should have a 2 lot on in all of the
Order pending.
S&Ps. I mean, excuse me, the
Order filled.
Dow
Position
Jones.
open. Order pending.
Just doing this to test.
Order pending.
Okay. Do we have a 2 lot on in the Dow? We do in a few accounts. All right. And now we're at 1. We're 1 on the MES. So it's just a brutal delay.
Order modified.
What's you guys' Kerpos? Do you know what Kerpos means? Kerpos equals current positions. So let me take you over here. I'll take you over to Ninja. So, and then I got Top Step Project X right there. So over here on Ninja, what was the question? I don't remember. Oh, on the Renkos. So they're built into Tickblaze, which was kind of nice. They have they're built into a number of other platforms. They're part of Tickblaze. Over here on Ninja, we use something called the Ninja Renko. God, look at how choppy and gross this is. We use something called the Ninja Renko. And then on TradingView, I use a minute chart. So on TradingView, we're just using a 5-minute chart. Same strategies with a 5-minute chart. Look how well this has stayed in the lane today, huh? Stay in your lane. That's what this is called. This is the only kind of proprietary or members indicator I have. It's called the extreme turn. And I generally don't have it applied to a 5-minute. I apply it to a 30-minute right here. You see it found potentially a turning point, but we've just grinded higher. So this essentially didn't, quote, work, if you will. We love these single bar extreme turn buys or sells, but it didn't work right there. Anyway, over on TradingView, since they don't really supply tick data, you can't set up a proper Renko like these Renkos. So see, I'm long the NASDAQ here. Over here I am against some shorts. All right, so you're someone's short gold, short the MYM, short MGC, short M&Q from 932s. I like that. That's a nice trade. See if they can break through the 900s. All right, back up here.
Order filled. Order modified.
We had this song that we were working on. Well, they already did it. Working my way back to green, babe. That's what I've been doing all day over here. Like just making no money. Well, nothing in the NQ, the MNQ. We got to put the M in front of everything. You know, watch my stream. If you're trading an account that has less than 30 or 40,000 real dollars in it, you have no business trading anything without the M in front of it. You got to have the M in front of it. So the MNQ, yes, I'm long the MNQ, very small, from around 915s. I've been in the trade for a little while. If we get back up to the plus ones, so here's, I'm not in it over here, but if we get back up here to about 940s, all of this is essentially just flip a coin, except when you get into here, your probability of the coin landing on what you want gets a little better. So for instance, we're in the offer zone. Where's the text thing here? If I look up, if I move the mic up like that, I don't know, do this. Do this. There we go. All right. I didn't fix the text. It's so freaking small. Okay, just the offer zone. It's 2 standard deviations above VWAP. 2 standard deviations above VWAP. What's my favorite laptop now? Is that a question for me? I don't know my hardware very well. I've been doing this for so long. I just pay people to tell me that. So I ended up getting 2 of the Alienware desktops, and I liked them so much that I just ordered a Alienware laptop from Dell. Cost me about $3,900, but it's freaking awesome. I haven't really turned it on in a little while, and I'm not going to travel with it to Europe. I'm just going to bring my shitty one because I don't want to risk anything. For sad for our sons and daughters. Do you have my desktop? So these are swings, and if you loaded my desktop, we still have an issue where it defaults to having these turned off by default. So you can just double click on them, and no, that double clicked on a drawing object. Just go right and go to indicators, add edit settings. So the swing points, that if you want to enable them, you have to uncheck this box that says they're disabled. That's what these are. These are 13 strength swing points, and I love them for trading with these Brickwicks, because see how they create little mini levels that you can see that you wouldn't see on a minute chart or on a time-based chart. So you could actually draw in another little zone here, like here, I mean, this is going to be so narrow, but, or the bid zone here. I mean, I don't know. You can connect it down to here. Are we going to stable in between that sandwiched in there for a little while? That's what those are. These are configurable special Rankos, right? So if you're using a standard Ranko or one where you can't set the offsets, it's not gonna look like this for you. But if you use this desktop, or if you use Ninja, or come in over, again, I'm a broken record. I kind of do this to promote the idea of coming over and checking out our group. Not to initially sell you anything, just to teach you all this stuff in a format in which you can pick it all up. All right, there we go. Suck it. Go down. Go down. All right, what are our positions here? All right, we're short 2 of the Dow. Digging it. All right, let's just take them off.
Order filled.
Don't do this at market, but I just want to make sure I keep everything in sync.
Order filled.
So I'm going to show you can pass. Remember, we got our challenge going on, right? Our wire-to-wire
Order
challenge.
filled. Order filled.
The wire-to-wire challenge. All right, so this is great. Also, let's make note. The chart,
Order
all these.
filled. Position closed.
It was a 1 lot in each one of them, and now it's still showing a 2 lot. So who knows? Who knows where the cold wind blows? So there's a little comment about how many ticks you aim for and all this stuff. Let me tell you why. And I love all the comments and stuff like that, but I'm going to preach some knowledge here. All right, timestamp it. Click to my guys. Don't think like that. I risk this to make this. I do this to make this. This many ticks what I'm looking for. This is what my R to R to R1 to
Order
R2.
filled.
That's
Position
not how
closed.
this works, everybody. You need to develop situational fluency and be able to come in and see what we've just discussed. This is just choppy, sloppy. If it's choppy, sloppy, adjust to choppy, sloppy, and just take quick targets. Turn into a temporary scalper.
Order modified.
Does that make sense? The key to this game is adaptation. You have to adapt. You have to have enough screen time to... Now, I'm just filling some time here. This wouldn't be an afternoon that I'd have trades on pretty much at all. Can we maybe catch some bounces in between the 2 levels that I've grown on the stream? Sure. And if you happen to be doing it for the last couple hours, you had 3 or 4 trades. If you got short, though, and then waited for VWAP, because you got
Order
short
modified.
right around the +1s, and you're like, well, Rod told me I need to, first target is VWAP. And then, damn it, the thing keeps going up. Well, how many times do you need to see the visual price pattern? Isn't that what the trading is also about? It's identifying visual price patterns. Just identify them. They're not necessarily predictive of anything. Don't believe all this bullshit that a shooting star or a reverse donkey dick or anything like that, or Kermit on Viagra has any predictive power. But what it does do is you see the same visual patterns as long enough, and you can begin to adapt, make some adaptations.
Order filled.
Know the aerodynamics of the cliff.
Order
We
canceled.
might see the Nazi get down here to VWAP, maybe. Come on, baby. All right. After battling all day, we turn these to slightly green. We got 3 more minutes before the market on
Order
close.
submitted.
The abandoned baby pattern, yeah. That's right. It's going to stay inside the bands forever. Anyway, what got me going on that is I'm never looking for anything. I'm doing my best to just sort of adapt and tell you the framework, and then it's your job to practice, right? We're just going to talk about the framework. By the way, let's move this up
Order
to
modified.
there, an area that we could actually get filled on. Cancel that.
Order canceled.
Sell this.
Order pending.
There we go. Move this up to here.
Order
And
modified.
we'll all root for it to go down together.
Order canceled.
And we will all go down together. And it will all go down together. It's actually a song about Vietnam. Can I show what my NQ Renko chart looks like? It looks like everything else right here. $21,904. I think that's the right price. I have those set to 16 by 4s. So they're 16 by 4s. So basically, I'm not very good at math, but I think that's, 16 ticks is 4 points by 1 point, right? And I won't get into this right now, but there's some very cool things you can do with Tickblaze because they offer additional offsets, not just the standard offset. You can change the logic associated with when the bar reverses. The standard way you do these is you just, when you get a full 16 ticks, with 32 ticks, right? So you get a reversal when you have 32 ticks. But you could change the offset if you wanted to. All right, so there's the NASDAQ, but I want to go back to this S&P, see if we can hit target here. Go! I'm seeing some just a week since your account blown. Yeah, look, shit happens. It happens with all firms. It happens with new firms, and it's a newer platform, and it's a newer firm. Ideally, you get it resolved, or I don't know. The thing that I said when I started this challenge was I was not going to use any copier so that I could avoid any issues with a copier being the problem. I'm trading all 5 of these accounts independently. I'm not saying that, you shouldn't use the ETP copier that they promote, that they, I guess, did their testing on, but it took me almost 2.5 years to trust and use Replicanto and all these copiers while people were going nuts and blowing up accounts and doing all kinds of nutty things. But finally my group I was able to, hey, you know what? This is a great way to use leverage properly if we're sizing things properly. All right, so again, watch this. We flip back to this. You can see it's not even moving. It takes a second. So it's just basically choked latency. Now, I'm running a ton of shit on this computer, but everything else is working okay. So it's a Tickblaze thing. And then you can see that the things come in there. So some work to be done, like I said, work in progress. And now we have Tony, who's got NinjaTraders completely down. So not NinjaTrader or NinjaTrader brokerage, because I'm trading on NinjaTrader brokerage. It's working fine. IB's working fine. I didn't hit my little goal was to get to, I wanted to get to 9,000. I'm still going to trade tomorrow a little bit before I leave, but I wanted to get this up to 9,000 and didn't quite get that yet. But we're up a little bit today. Had one nice trade on the TN, baby. TradingView is not responding to orders on Tradeify ATM. All right, well, maybe there's something going on. Good news, we only got 8 more minutes. We'll get through it together. I'm going to see if I can close the Dow shorts, and I'll just keep my
Order filled. Position closed. Order filled.
So we're closing the Dow
Position
shorts.
closed.
And we just got account 2 and 3 to see if we can hit target here. We did not get down there. Move it up to here.
Order modified.
We got to this little structure area right here. That was all she wrote. Ooh, 27. Oh, shit. All right, there
Order
we go.
filled.
And that was all she wrote. Bye, bye, baby, bye, bye. She wrote in a letter. That's Firehouse, right? I think that guy died.
Order filled.
And that was all she wrote. Baby, bye, bye. She wrote in a letter. Come on, help a brother out. Just sell off crazy. Like, sell off all crazy. Oh, I can't even. I've had TradingView connected to a live Tasty account for a few months. No, longer than that, because I set up this account to do the option stuff, which I'm not really doing anymore. This is horrible, this integration. I don't know if you can see down here the cash position. It's like $6,700. I barely do anything with it. Extreme turn buy coming in on the S&P on a 5-minute. If that's your thing, get crazy. Get crazy. She said in a letter. That was kind of nice.
submitted.
Not sure what that was. Bye, bye, baby, bye, bye. She wrote in a letter. And that was all she wrote. All right. $38 or bust. Oh, there's a Google infrastructure outage. Interesting. All right. Well, you just got some free resets. Look, speak of the devil. Speak of the devil. Maybe someone's watching. They're watching my stream. They were spying on me before. Making sure I'm keeping it positive. Keep it on the up and up. Keep it positive. There's really no reason to not be positive at all times about like just everything. Why not? You get a choice every moment of the day just to choose how you feel. All right, 4 more minutes. We'll take a little informal survey. Are we gonna see 60-50 S&P first or 60-38? Put in 60-50 if it's going to be 60-50. Put in 60-38. It's going to be 60-38. something I said I was never going to do, which is, guess at the, do this silliness with guessing, but it's fun. It's fun. Why not? It's a little fun.
Filled.
Isn't it a little fun? It's a little fun. 28 and 30. You guys, the guesses are coming in. That's what you like to do.
Filled.
We like to guess about
Order filled.
uncertain outcomes. We're making decisions with incomplete information. Bye bye, baby, bye bye. She wrote in a letter.
Order filled.
Well, looks like the 60/50s have got it.
Order filled.
We'll see. The 60/50s got it.
Order canceled.
Might get a little ripper out of the Nazi here. All right. Did you show up to see me make or lose $20, $4, $9, and $46 of demo money? But this is how the wire-to-wire challenge goes. You can go a little faster than me, but don't go too much faster than me. I think I mentioned yesterday that I did hear that there was, now it's a little over 100,000 in payouts already at PropShop. I would assume that those are people trading direct accounts and that they're trading minis and they're building their account balances and doing all those things. But hey, if you navigated your way through the strict compliance stuff that they've got over there, I'm mad at you. But if you want to make sure that it's easy and don't get too spun up while you're learning, especially since there's some tech issues on the platform right now, keep it small. That's what I mentioned yesterday too. Just keep it small, All right, well, the 60/50s are going to win. Not good for the guy who's short.
Order modified. Order modified. Order canceled. Order modified.
This is the one where I was trying to get...
Order filled.
Ruh-roh. Do. Let me just cancel this.
Order canceled. Order canceled. Order canceled. Order canceled. Order filled. Order filled. Order submitted. Order filled. Order filled.
All right. Trading over here on Ninja
Order canceled.
like a drunk monkey into the close. Oh, it's already 1 o'clock. Shit. This is overtime. I got to get out of here. No. All right. Let's see here. All right. So most of the votes for 50. Yep. It helps to be bullish. Bullish is easier. All right. Well, how about over here? Are we going to get... Can the Nazi get up to... keep going? Keep going, baby. Keep going. It's my last one from 924. Sold one right here too. What do you think? Now, what you're supposed to do is just take profit right here. But do we do what we're told? Do we do what we're supposed to do very often? No, not really. We don't do what we're told. What we're told to do. All right, let's take it right where we're supposed to, right here. And then we'll be
Order
done.
submitted.
Take it right there. Just stay with me until, let's get aggressive. We'll even buy it back here.
Order submitted.
I ain't scared. Oh, boom. All right, good. 380. I don't know if this is on the screen, but whatever. Pretty good day over here in our PAs. All right. What we're going to do over here is we are just going to go to orders, cancel all these orders.
Order canceled.
See if they all cancel. Okay, good. We're going to go to positions, and we're going to hit close.
Order filled.
And close.
Position closed.
Go to accounts, and there you go. Not my finest day, but that's how you keep it small. All right, everybody, stay green, trade like you mean it. I will be back in the trade room tomorrow morning for those members, and then I'll be back after the 4th of July, that first week. I think like Tuesday's the 8th or something like that, the 7th or the 8th, first day. I get to wear my I Just Came Here to Bang t-shirt. I wear it once a year. See you later. Be good. Bye.